Hi, Mrs. Mitchell's group. Just 2 lessons left for English. Wow. We're going to be looking at prepositions again. Let's see what we're doing first. So we're going to have a go at sorting some prepositions into the preposition types. We've got time, place and cause. Can you draw yourself this table first of all? Pause the video while you do this. Okay, so what we've got here are different types of prepositions, and I've added a few more as well. So we've got between, during, under, in, on, because of, at, before and after. I need to think about each one. Are they prepositions of time? Are they prepositions of place? Or are they cause prepositions? There's a hint here. Some prepositions might fit in more than one group. So for example, in, we could say, in 1 hour we are going to the shop. So that would be time. But then you could say the fish is in the bowl. So it could also be place. So in could go on both of them. Have a look at the others and think about where you think they fit. Pause the video while you fill your table. So for between, we could say between the chair and the table is a bag. So that could be place. But you could also say between 2 and 3 o'clock the delivery driver will arrive. So that could also be a time one. During. Could it be during the morning, during the day? That's got to be a time one. Under would be a place one, under the table. In, it could be in an hour, so it could be time, and it also could be in the bag. On, it could be on the table, so that would be a place one. Because of, that would be a cause. At 3 o'clock, that would be time. Then you could also say, I'll meet you at the shop, which would be place. Before, that would be time, because it would be before I go to the shop, I'm going to tidy my bedroom. And then after I've been to the shops, they're very similar. They're parts of the day. Well done if you got those right. Actually, I've just thought before and after could also be in here, because you could have before you get to the shop, or the vet is just before the newsagents. Lidl appears just after the card shop. It's a little bit tricky, isn't it? They can go in lots of different places. Well done if you got something like this. Now decide which preposition fits best into the sentences below. So first of all, we're looking at prepositions for time. At 1 o'clock, at the weekend, on Saturday. These are all prepositions for time. Where would they best fit in these sentences? I like to go swimming at 1 o'clock. I like to go swimming at the weekend. I like to go swimming on Saturday. Let's have a look at the other two before we make a decision. I will have lunch at school at 1 o'clock. I will have lunch at school at the weekend. I will have lunch at school on Saturday. Think about what's realistic. After a week at school, I can have a rest at 1 o'clock. After a week at school, I can have a rest at the weekend. After a week at school, I can have a rest on Saturday. So pause the video while you write down the correct prepositions. So this one, first of all, we can do, because we only go to school during the week, so at the weekend and Saturday wouldn't work here. That's going to be at 1 o'clock. I like to go swimming at the weekend. I like to go swimming on Saturday. If it said on Saturdays, that would work, but it doesn't. It's got to be at the weekend. I like to go swimming at the weekend. After a week at school, I can have a rest on Saturday because it's the day after school, so that would make sense. Well done if you got those. Don't forget your full stops. Prepositions for places. Above, inside, across. Which one would fit best in the sentences? The ferry travelled above the river. The ferry travelled inside the river. The ferry travelled across the river. The clouds float above our heads. The clouds float inside our heads. The clouds float across our heads. During cold weather, some people stay above to keep warm. During cold weather, some people stay inside to keep warm. During cold weather, some people stay across to keep warm. Pause the video while you write your 3 down. We don't need full stops this time because it's not the end of a sentence. So the ferry travelled across the river. The clouds float above our heads. During cold weather, some people stay inside to keep warm. Well done if you got those right. And last of all is prepositions for cause. Thanks to, due to, and because of are all types of prepositions for cause, which would make sense where. The cricket match was cancelled thanks to a change in the weather, due to a change in the weather, because of a change in the weather. Don't make your mind up yet. The Christmas party went well thanks to the adult helpers, due to the adult helpers, because of all the adult helpers. Tom was proud of his spelling score thanks to the amount that he had practiced at home, due to the amount that he had practiced at home, because of the amount that he had practiced at home. Okay, so what do you think? Pause the video while you write them down. Again, we don't need a full stop at the end because it's not the end of a sentence. Okay, so we wouldn't say thanks to the weather, but we would say thanks to the adult helpers. So the Christmas party went well thanks to all the adult helpers. So we've got due to or because of. The cricket match was cancelled due to a change in the weather. The cricket match was cancelled because of a change in the weather. Tom was proud of his spelling score due to the amount that he had practiced at home. Tom was proud of his spelling score because of the amount that he had practiced at home. I'm going to put because of and due to, although they're very, very similar. If you've got them the other way around, then that's okay too. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow for your final lesson of the year. Wow.